Hello. Hello. Hello, everyone. Hello. My name is Noodleknite. You may call me Noodle. And today, I am screaming internally because I want to get this done by today. My Dark Angels infiltrators. They're gonna get done today. Hopefully. Hopefully. I have no idea. How many days has it been since I last painted these? I mean, how many days have I worked on these on stream? 3 days. And I'm already going insane. Oh boy. But hello. How you guys doing? Wonderful afternoon for me. Okay, that was morning. But yeah, we're gonna continue painting these. Yeah. And I changed the projects to do. I realized a black text is not good. Carbs night. Carbs night? What do you mean carbs night? I do like carbs though. I need to slow down the carbs though. Usually I just have like, I don't know, one thing of carbs a day, basically like a small bowl of rice, and that's kind of just it, because carbohydrates usually turns into sugars, and that is a bad thing. Very bad thing. I left my paintbrush in another room, but I have multiple paintbrushes right here, so we probably won't need it. I am going to use this one. This one is so stiff. What the hell? Okay. I think it's because I forgot to clean it on one day, and that was really stiff. I'll just... Okay. We might be able to use this one. Yeah. Currently building TV stand and slowly running me insane. I got dragged to do something completely else today. I hate it when that happens, right? Okay. You know when you plan out your day, it's like, hey, I'm going to do this, and this tomorrow. And then tomorrow comes, right? And your whole plan goes out of the window because something unexpected happened. It's like your parents or your friend or like something breaks down. It's like, damn, I had it all planned out and now I don't want to do any of it. You ever had that feeling? It's like your parents, like they ask you, it's like, hey, can you do this for me? It's like, okay. You can't really say no, can you? You're missing a peg? How are you missing the peg? Don't they give you extras? Wait a second. I gotta add more water to this. I forgot to do that before I ended yesterday. So I'll be right back. Give me like a minute so I can add water. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Oh, it's not too cold outside. I left the window open when I was sleeping because it's too hot again. I don't know if it's normal to open a window at like close to 0 degrees, but it was really warm for some reason. But yeah, let's continue. I'm gonna use this bigger paintbrush so we can get metallics done faster. I don't know how long we're gonna be streaming for today, but probably about the same as yesterday, give or take. Minus like, I have no idea actually. But yeah, we are gonna keep painting until my back doesn't hurt. Well, that too. You would sleep with the window open, but again, ear infection guaranteed. Oh, is it like very humid where you're at? Like the humidity is really bad. Right now the humidity is pretty low, but yeah, that's about it. I've never heard of anyone getting an ear infection from what's his face? From opening a window. Well, I've been using this lead belcher for a couple of years and it's still pretty good. The pigments did separate overnight. And that's why I added some more water. Screw it. What's the worst that can happen if I'm missing a peg? Depends on how many pegs are on the TV stand. Also, don't trust me. I've never set up a TV stand in my life. So yeah, you can. Don't take my word for it. I don't want to be held. I don't want to be held responsible for TV shenanigans. I have no idea how to paint this. Maybe I just paint these little things here metallic. I don't know. It's all an experiment to me. You slap paint on, see what works, and it's all good. Yeah, I really do want to build that knight for tomorrow. So this will have to get done. I think my main issue is adding more metallic to the gun because it's very thin. It's very thin right now. Everything else is fine, but it's just the gun. And maybe the backpack area. Who am I kidding? Who am I kidding? I need to toss away this paintbrush. It is getting very bad. But every time I keep old paintbrushes, they do other stuff like add texture to the bases. Okay, yeah, this will be very, very quick. I'm just adding a little bit more metallic. Another layer of metallic, and it should be okay. Yeah, not too worried about battle line. I have drink in hand, my hammy off to the corner, off to the side. Yeah, it's a lighter day today, so I'm pretty happy. It's a lot lighter. Because yesterday was like super dark. But now it's like relatively good, so I can actually see stuff under the light, under my desk light. I slept through half the day, literally woke up 1 p.m. I wish I can do that. I can't sleep for long times anymore. The only times I can sleep for long is pretty much when I get sick, which hasn't happened in like over the past couple of years or so. Yeah, the last time I was sick was maybe like 3 years ago. Where do I put this now? Okay, you're going over here. All the ones that have second coats are going over there. Beside the lieutenant. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I'm gonna try to kick the model painting into overdrive. Because I need a lot I want to get done, and looking at my really small pile of shame that's gonna get bigger within the next couple of weeks, because I am supposed to bought some. I didn't buy a lot, just some. I have a Terminator Ancient, a Terminator Captain, and Battlecore coming in next week or so, if the postage comes in on time. That's about it. If it doesn't, then I'm gonna be waiting for quite a bit. But yeah, it is very nice. I'm considering Metal Gear because that one guy wanted me to play it, but I'm always thinking about something. Like most of the time when I'm thinking about buying something, I'll sit on it for God who knows how long. But I usually just gave in eventually. So who knows? Metal Gear could be fun. Other games could be fun. But majority of the things you'll see is probably just gonna be Warhammer. I need to, yeah. There's some green bits on the hands I need to redo. So I'll go back before I do anything else, because like if you can see here, I missed the portion under the on his hand. You can see a little bit of white there, so I'll have to go back after I finish painting all the metallics on. So yeah, that is one thing I need to fix up. Then I gotta paint it red. I got to known oil everything eventually. And then I gotta paint it red. I gotta paint the eyes red. And highlights, I'm not too sure if I'm gonna go back to doing that. And then I don't know what we're gonna do next week. Probably just more painting streams again until I run out. Until I run out of minis to paint. There will always be a painting stream. So I'll try to paint slower. Because my friend told me to paint slower because he told me it's like, you need to slow down on painting. And I was like, but I like looking at my painted models. They're so nice. And then you see people like, what is it? Painting a whole entire army in 24 hours. I'm like, buddy, I cannot paint a whole entire army in 24 hours. That is complete insanity. Oh yeah, I do feel better than yesterday though. Yesterday was just like I ate something really bad, so I don't know what the hell I ate. It could be anything, but I feel a lot better today. I feel a lot better. So that is some good news. Oh, and once apparently there's gonna be another Crusade campaign next spring or so. So I'll tell you I'll tell you if I join that or not. Most likely I will, and I'll be playing a different army at that time. I'm not gonna be playing World Eaters. No World Eaters that next time, unfortunately. They're a nice army to paint. To play them is nice, but currently the rules are not where I want it to be. Yeah, the rules are not where I want them to be. They need to make them slightly better. Slightly better. Oh, I forgot to do this part? Oh my god. There we go. I forgot to do this part up here. But yeah, I think I don't really have any New Year's goals. I think my only New Year's goal is literally just to survive. And then I guess another one to make the Discord server a little bit brighter, because you guys seem to like having new people to talk to about Warhammer. A little safe haven, I guess. Well, IKEA being IKEA has finally messed something up. Yes. Oh, IKEA, you told me about that yesterday. Yeah. Yeah, IKEA furniture is IKEA furniture. It happens. It definitely does happen. Okay. Yeah. There's some bits on the model where I'm not gonna paint because I'm not too worried about it. Maybe I might paint the little buttons on a little control panel, but I'm not too sure. That sounds like hell. So unless people are gonna be interested in being like, why didn't you paint the buttons on the forearms, and be like, I did not want to. It sounds like a big pain, because it is a big pain. I don't remember the last time we bought furniture. I don't think we have bought any furniture for a while. Most of the time, I don't even remember where we get it from. That's how long it's been. Okay, wow, that was pretty fast. Yeah, all this second coat of the metallic is gonna be pretty quick. Pretty quick. Yeah, tomorrow build up the knight. I'm gonna be pretty happy about building up a knight tomorrow. Actually, by pretty happy, I mean it's gonna take a while. Having Warhammer as a hobby, I'm surprised you don't go out like 100 times a year just for shelves. Oh, for shelves? I have one display case, right? And that's about it. The rest of the models I own, I put them in plastic containers. That's how I usually store them. Like the plastic, like Walmart containers you get. Those are the ones I put them in. If I don't display them, they're usually in those. Yeah, I don't put them on shelves. The last time I put them on shelves, they got really dusty, and I didn't like that. I didn't like having extremely dusty models on my shelves. I used to keep them on my shelf, but then I stopped. I didn't want to put them on my shelves anymore. But yeah, that is probably all the metallics I'm gonna do, and then I'm going to paint. What the hell am I gonna paint now? The red details or the gold details? Yeah, but yeah, that is the quick thing I want to do. Maybe I'll do a little bit of the gold. There's not a lot. Yeah, these are gonna be mine. So they're gonna look at however I want them to look. I kind of forgot to paint the pistol. The pistol they have on their waist. Okay, let me just take a look and see what I can do. If I do something I want to DM you about. No, sorry, I can't do that, unfortunately. For my safety, I do not wish to have people personally DM me. I've seen it. I've seen people personally DM other like streamers or whatnot, and usually it does not end well. But yeah, that's just me personally. Unfortunately, you can put it in like the Discord server. But yeah, that's I can't speak today. I can't speak any day, but that's how I wanted to go. Maybe I'll do the gold detail. Oh, yeah, that is true. I fixed that. My real name, that is true. I think I fixed it. I'm not too sure. I had to swap account. So I'll have to fix that later on. I understand your worries, but that makes a lot of sense. I was looking at it, I was like, wait a second. People can see that, so I have to fix it. It's not. Yeah, that's okay. That is okay. I'm not too worried about that. Eventually people do find out people's identities. I don't know. It is what it is, but yeah. I'm not too hung up about it. It's totally fine, Ermin. It's totally fine. It was my mistake. I was like, how do people... I think I have to set up like a business account, right? So I think I had to change the Stream Elements link to a business account, and it only shows the business name. So hopefully that should work. Also, this paint is not coming up. But yeah, it should be okay now, I'm thinking. But yeah, it's okay. I usually be like, I did see other people's names, so it's be like, hello, Deader Noodles. Hello, I'm Deader Noodles. But yeah, it is unfortunate that has happened, but I'm not too worried about it because I literally post nothing else on the internet. So even if it does happen, how do I phrase this? TLDR, it happens quite a lot, more than you think. So it's not a big deal. Yeah, don't worry about that. I think I fixed it. Oh my god, this gold. This gold. You know what? It's okay. No one's gonna like good. Yeah. Might have been bigger concern that it felt hella awkward. Yeah, it usually does feel hella awkward. It'd be like, yeah, if that happens, it's fine. It should be fine. I'm pretty cool with it because I literally don't post anything else. Plus my family and friends, they how do I say? They don't go on social media a lot. So it's not just me. You're building your last skeleton? Hell yeah, buddy. But yeah, don't feel too bad. It just happens. That was bad on my part because PayPal is like super dumb right now. Okay, there we go. The gold. The skeletons. Yeah. The skeletons are really cool. You're running so many. I think you just like the horde aesthetics of like the Tyranids and the skeletons. That is a ballsy. I'm starting to realize I like leading into the very elite elite models. I like elite too much. I have painted up like half the box already. Ooh, nice. Oh God, there's so many gold skulls here. So many. Oh, there we go. I just need the right amount of paint on it to paint the gold skull. Also, I usually hold my minis in like any direction I want to if I can get the right angle to paint right. Though I am unsure if I want to add another coat of gold. I think one coat is usually good enough. One or two, technically. Oh, there's a gold thing here. Nice. But yeah, I'll have to work more in the PayPal thing. That is dumb. I don't usually use PayPal, unfortunately, that much. I only started using it within the last year or so. So I think if I set it up to be a business account, it should be okay. Currently have to only spearhead a necromancer proxy and a possible vampire proxy. Nice. I remember one of my friends when they were playing the Soulblight Grave Wars. He ran one necromancer and it was good. I think it was really good. I don't know if you want to run two or not. PayPal's good for me. Helps me avoid paying extra for paying for forcing currency. That's true. Yeah, it usually helps me for PayPal. It usually helps me because you want to buy stuff internationally most of the time, and sometimes I don't know. It's just a lot easier because you can kind of track where it's going. As with like credit cards, I don't know. It's just a lot easier method. I need a thinner paintbrush for all these skulls. Well, I need a more finer tip. What's with PayPal? PayPal's dumb. That's all I can say. Or I'm just very stupid. But yeah, it's okay. In Sweden, we have Swiss. Yeah, every country has their own form of like electronic like transfers, right? But PayPal is usually like the international one that everyone uses. What if I paint this gold, or do I have to keep it silver? I'll probably just gotta keep it silver. So much gold on these, and by so much gold I mean it's like right smack dab in the middle of the chest, which I don't like. Let's see. Maybe I'll paint this gold and call it. Yeah, there we go. One coat of gold paint. I know people say 2 coats, but I was like, this looks good already. Maybe if it's pretty translucent, I'll probably do another one. But as it stands, no. Oh wow, this is not looking good. I need to go back and paint a bunch of stuff again. Go back and retrace my steps about all these models because I'm getting triggered by the mount I did yesterday. No gold here. Yep. Okay. We'll just skip the ones we can't really paint gold on. Yep. Okay. There we go. How about this one? Nope. This one. Okay, there's one. Swiss is very nice since one only has to scan a QR code or write in the phone number of the person business you want to pay. I kind of forgot that you guys don't have physical currency anymore. You guys kind of got rid of it. IKEA and Phillips screws do not fit together. That sounds like a big pain. Do you have a Phillips screwdriver? I think everyone has a Phillips screwdriver. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and repaint a bunch of stuff, but it should be okay. Oh, there's a little skull up over here. No physical currency in Poland. We got 100 notes that look like it got the guy from BK crown video. Yeah, I thought Sweden got rid of all of their physical currency. Am I wrong? I heard it maybe a couple years ago. Is that like, yeah, Sweden switched to just like electronic currency, right? We use Bank ID to log into the app. Bank ID is an app that is supported by all Swedish banks, which makes it super easy and secure to log into our online banks. So you guys don't have paper money anymore, right? No paper money. Swiss Army knife for a screwdriver. That sucks. How do you manage to use a Swiss Army knife for like your screwdriver? That has got to be like the... I'm sorry, but that is tough. That is really tough. What was it? Yeah, I think the only multi-tool I ever use is like a Leatherman, and Leathermans are so nice. Speaking of Leathermans, now that I brought the topic, my dumb coworker almost lost mine like in the water. He like, I was lending it to him, right, for some work, and he literally dropped it in the water. I was like, buddy, if you lose that, you owe me like $200. Like, it's not a cheap knife. It's not a cheap multi-tool. Leatherman knives are not cheap. Yeah, you guys have no more paper money. I remember that. Only some places still accept paper money. We still print a little bit, but we pretty much jumped to electronic painting. It's printing. Electronic printing, not painting. That's good to hear. Sorry, I'm just thinking what I need to paint. I need to go back and paint some stuff. Maybe some more. Well, let's see. What else did I miss? Oh, I remember what I wanted to paint. I need to paint more gray on. Where's the gray paint? There it is. We still get 500 notes. Not as bad as long ago when they printed 1 million notes. Ooh, yeah. It seems like a lot of like countries in Europe are switching to electronic payments. I don't know much about in the Americas, but it's probably leaning towards it more so in the last couple of years. And yeah, I don't know how to word it, but yeah, we're leaning towards electronic payments more. Everyone's like going towards credit cards. Yeah. In Canada, we literally have monopoly money as our main currency. You ever seen plastic banknotes? Yeah, that's what we got. Monopoly money. I need to put this on this. Yeah, but yeah, this is looking better than I thought. Every single time I go back to it to paint, it is looking. Wait a second. Why is it gold? I should use a different paintbrush. It's like mixing. It's like blending, which I don't want it to. Okay, new paintbrush for a different color because gold metallic is not working. Which one? This one. Well, I choose you paintbrush. This one's pretty tiny, but it's gonna work. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Okay, it just looked really, really awkward, but it will get the job done. Also, I don't want the paint on my sleeve of my extremely old hoodie that is probably really, really old at this point, but it still fits me. Your dyeing is boiling in your room? Oh, that really, really does suck. Let's see. What part of this? Okay, so it leans all the way back. I still remember, just like you, Ermin, I had to build a shelf too. I was literally dying, but it was like the middle of, I don't know, it was still hot out, but it was like just like fall time, and it was still really hot. But I think it's because you're like moving a lot, right? You're gonna get like burnt out. I mean, your body heat's gonna like, you know what I'm trying to say. Your body heat will make you very warm. I have clothes are ruined by paint, so that's what I use when I paint. Yeah, exactly. I just use this hoodie. When I paint. It's winter. Should be legally hot in my room. That's what I'm saying. Every time I try to paint, right, it's like somehow super hot, and it's not because of the computer. The computer is kind of like a heater, right? But it's usually fine for me. But now it's like really hot. Okay, hold on. Any other gray bits I need to do? That is good. Okay, let's keep it like that. I need to fix up some areas. I remember now. I do remember what areas I need to fix up. So it should take a little bit. Dun dun dun. Paint this. Okay, yeah, it was literally the tiny paintbrush I needed. That old like really big one that I was using did not cut it. Ugh. Burp. But yeah, I think over the years, ever since I started painting, is like you mentioned, stop motion is literally just like proper brush control within like painting good minis, and then knowing the proper techniques as well of painting. Once you master those, you'll do fine. Everyone does fine. All right, I'll paint that. That is okay. Leave that right there. Let's see. Any more of those little ribbons I need to paint? Oh, there's one. Yeah, I see one right there. I see it. Dun dun dun. There we go. And then we paint more gray here. Oh, it's pretty translucent. I'll probably add another layer later. But the only reason I'm painting it gray is because I want to add a layer of contrast paint. I stopped using painting guides many years ago. That is true. I stopped watching a lot of painting guides like a long time ago, but there occasionally I do watch some painting videos for like the more centerpiece like models. So basically the only time I'll look up like painting videos is for like really big ones like Archaon, Magnus, and I didn't look up a painting guide for Angron. I kind of just like gung-hoed that. That was like one of the big ones I didn't do. I just eye it out now. Yeah, but yeah, I didn't look up a painting tutorial for Angron because he is essentially the same as like a Khorne Berzerker, just on a bigger scale. Oh, a much bigger scale. To be fair, I've been doing most stuff by eye now. True, that's how I've been doing it. You paint by eye. You're like, does it look right? Once you figure out like how to blend your colors, how to use your colors, or how to like apply paint, you should be fine. I think the only problem I should have is basically if I'm using a different brand of paint, because then that's when I get lost. I only talk about different styles and techniques. True, I don't even know what kind of techniques there are. I just literally slap paint on. Okay, Stream Elements, I understand you're here. You're fine. I've been really lazy for the past like couple of days. I think I just, because I've been pretty tired lately of literally just going out a lot with my friends. More than usual. But yeah, it is fun. I do like hanging out with my friends. It's pretty much like, oh, I need to paint the face here. I forgot. He's not wearing a helmet. But yeah, I usually go out with them at least like once a week or so. Screw done. This knife is gonna be a death of me. Yeah, you're gonna need an actual screwdriver. That is the unfortunate part. Okay, let's see. Paint on this gray. I need to add another layer here. Ooh, okay, that is looking ugly. Okay, I gotta paint the back too. Let me just take a closer look at this. Yeah, I got no idea. Okay, I use my power tools, but I'm not trying to get a noise complaint. So he's coming once a month is more than enough. Oh, that sucks. Been on fire for the last 40 hours. 15 minis painted, 30 built. That is really good. That is super, super good for you. Okay, maybe I'll just paint it like that. I'll just leave this part gray. Because I don't really think it's just this part of the face is open. Okay. We'll just keep it like that. We're good. I'll add a little bit more here. More paint there. Yeah, power tools are very loud. I had my dad help me paint. No, not paint. Okay, and he stopped saying paint. But he helped me build my display case, right? And the power tools, he got the power tools because he didn't want to use the screwdriver. And it took, because I tried to use a screwdriver, it took a really long time. So he busted out the power tools, and yes, it was very loud. That's all I can say. Very, very loud. Okay, that's done. What here? Insert the time. I got the police called on me when some lady looked into my house inside my like dog's an illegal breed. Huh. That's just being petty at that point. That is super, super petty if you're gonna do that. Like, I have neighbors who are pretty loud throughout most of the day, but like, I think people have called them out on it. I don't know for sure, but they're pretty nice too. Like, I don't want to be like a bother, or they don't want to be a bother, but yeah, they're okay. I just close the window and just like, yeah, it's whatever. It's literally during the day, so it's completely fine. Can be as loud as they want, but if it's like going into midnight, 1 a.m. that they're like being super loud, then that's when it becomes a problem. But yeah, basically throughout the day, if you're causing like a large amount of noise, like past like 11 or so, then that's when the cops can actually come in. Other than that, it's completely good. I just realized the stuff destroyed. My hands is freaking useless. I'm gonna go crawl in the ditch right now. No. Oh, I hate it when that happens. We hate IKEA furniture. Okay, let's see. IKEA furniture can die. It's simple, but it seems like it's very brittle. I don't know what IKEA furniture is made out of, but it seems like it's made of like particle board most of the time. Particle board is like, it's cheap, but sometimes effective. And I think sometimes when people do use IKEA furniture, it's basically particle board with like veneers over top to make it look good. That's why it's so cheap. That's why I bought a display case and it was made out of solid wood. Yes, it's solid wood. It's heavy, but at least it doesn't break. So that's like the trade-off too, right? There we go. Okay. IKEA furniture is like Legos. Yes, it's like Legos. Essentially Legos. Okay, I need to paint on some more green details. And then we can probably add some washes to it, probably. Okay, I need to add more green here. Yeah, I don't normally get IKEA furniture anymore. And the times we do, I don't remember when was the last time. Okay, there we go. That's enough green paint. I mean, if you plan on just displaying stuff on it and not planning on using it for industrial use, then you gotta care about it looking good. Yes, my friend, he also has IKEA furniture display case. It looks good, but that's about it. It just looks good. Too much paint. Let me just water. No, it's already watered down. It's fine. This IKEA furniture makes me want to walk on Lego barefoot. Don't do that to yourself. Walking on Lego barefoot. No. It depends what kind of Lego. You mean like the really big Lego that like 4-year-olds get, or like the tiny Legos that no one wants to walk under? Yeah, Lego. I like Legos. Legos are so fun. I loved them as a kid. Though the only type of Lego I really liked was Bionicle. You have experience? Ooh. Ooh, I feel sorry for you, buddy. Yeah, the only type of Lego I liked was pretty much just Bionicles, and that's kind of just it. Everything else I kind of didn't like. So once they got rid of Bionicles, I stopped liking Lego. Because that was the only thing I wanted to build. I don't know if you guys are like old enough for Bionicle when it was out. Understandable. Hello, Redline. How you doing? How are you doing? Haven't seen you in a hot minute. Hope you enjoyed a good Christmas. It used to be the anti-mom's most effective when she was mad. Yeah. Agreed. I used to buy Hero Factory as a kid. I'm so sorry, but I have a vendetta. I have a deep hatred for Hero Factory because it was the thing. It was the one thing that replaced Bionicles, and I really hate the Lego company for that. That's why I never ever wanted to look at a Hero Factory model kit, even in stores. I was that petty. I was super petty. And then it had a TV show, and I refused to watch it. I'm so sorry, Ermin, but I hate Hero Factory with a passion. I hate it a lot. The action figure almost completely now. Yeah, they did. And funnily enough, they did bring back Bionicles for a second run for 2 years or so. But I think that's good enough. That's usually good enough. But yeah, Bionicle had a good run. It lasted maybe 10 years or so. That's pretty long, I think, for a run. And yeah, I'm pretty happy. I don't think it needs to come back any more time. But now you're just in my child buffer. We all grow up at some point. And it's just forget that stuff completely. Yeah, I'm sorry. I mean, maybe I should stop dissing people's childhoods, because I had one person diss my childhood, and I got so angry at him. I got super angry. It's also very petty of me, but I got angry. So yeah, I need to not diss other people's childhoods. But that's just my opinion about Hero Factory. That's probably one of many times I'll speak about it. I need to take deep breaths. I've been like holding in my breath for the longest time whenever I'm painting these. So I gotta be a little bit careful. Oh god, I got so much paint on this paintbrush. That's not on the bristles. It is looking quite ugly. I'll need to buy some more. Oh, sorry. What I'm trying to say, I need to buy some more paintbrushes. Is what I'm trying to say. Maybe I need to paint a little bit more brown. Wet the paintbrush a little bit, and yeah. Sorry, at this point I need to clean up a little bit more. I think it's basically just the ones that are hanging. Yeah, it's just these ones right here. Oh, that is super wet. What the hell? That is super wet. And not in a good way. My childhood has been so mixed up with stuff that I don't want to be... I would be angry if someone dissing something like I liked as a kid. I'm slowly contemplating skipping one of the pillar segregators. I'm missing pegs, or like I have not fitted. Okay. Yeah, I need to not diss something, even though I kind of have like a strong opinion about it. So I am very sorry to you, Ermin, that I dissed your childhood. If I let's see, what's the moral? It's like, if you don't want something said bad to you, don't say it to other people, basically. So I gotta be careful with that. Where's the other one? Here it is. Yeah, growing up, have some morals when you grow up. have a lot of respect for people. If people are gonna respect you, you gotta respect them back. And if you don't respect you, then oh well. I doubt anyone with this wolf in here. I'd be surprised. I have not heard about that. Actually, you did tell me about that, and I had no idea. Then I was talking about Pippi Longstocking, and then you mentioned the same author. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, I like Pippi Longstocking. It was something. That's all I can tell. I think I watched the 90s cartoon. I can't remember how old it was, but it was nice. That's all I remember. Okay, maybe I can non-oil everything. Treat others like you would like to be treated. Yes. That is basically one of the morals I really, really like. Treat others how you would like to be treated. I have my thoughts running around the place, so I can't really think and stay on one topic clearly. Okay, I think I can non-oil all the metallic bits and everything else, and then we can paint the eyes up. We can paint the rest of the gun, and it should be okay. I just need a slightly bigger paintbrush. This paintbrush needs to go in the dumpster. It is not good anymore. It's so frayed. I don't know if you can see it. Hold on. It's pretty frayed. You can kind of see it there. I need to get rid of it. I also need to take a drink. Crack a cold one for the boys. Hey. Alright, there we go. We are good for now. Maybe I'll add... Yeah, okay, let's see. This one okay? Okay, this one will be the non-oil applicator. But yeah, if I ever say anything like pretty bad to someone, let me know. Call me out on it. That's what a good friend would do too. That's what a good person would do. Good person. A good person would tell like their friend if they're doing something bad or not. We'll tell them if their friend's doing something bad. What's the story I have about that? I don't have any bad stories about my friends, actually. They're all pretty good people. Well, they do like to drink a lot. At parties. Not by themselves. Drinking by yourself is kind of sad. But they're pretty respectful. And if you do know about this, I like to talk about my friends a lot. Too many times. A good friend would do that. A best friend would just watch you mess up for laughs. Yes, that is true. That is very true. My friends have watched me mess. They just let it happen most of the time. They just laugh. But we've been friends for that long. It's like very understandable. What was it? I don't remember a lot of stories, but I think we've been friends for quite a while. There's a lot of stories. I just can't remember any of them off the top of my head, which is really sad because a lot of them are pretty funny or like really personal that I can't really say much about it. One of those two. Okay, the only thing I need to worry about right now is not bumping over the wash paint. Because if I do bump it over, I'm going to start like throwing stuff. I'm going to start throwing hands up in the air. Excuse me. Oh, I forgot to put oil and put a wash on the pouches. I gotta remember that. There we go. Bum bum bum. I for a while didn't have any friends since the other kids I grew up with had gone such different paths than me. I just had to learn to get new friends later on in life. True. That is very very true. People just go down different paths like down later in life too, and it's not a bad thing, right? Sometimes you just gradually grow apart and go different ways, right? I unfortunately I think I have some people drift apart from me. That's because they moved really far away and haven't kept in contact with them. But sometimes they do. What I do sometimes keep track with them in another way. And by another way, I mean it's like I talk to their like brothers more often because they live pretty close, but not anymore because they moved. They also moved away. I mean, most people I knew are probably in prison. Oh, that's really bad. In prison. I don't think I've had any of my friends go to prison, which is good. That's a good sign. Yeah, most of how do I say this? So most of my friends, okay, I'll say it like this, but most of the friends I know, we've known each other since like elementary school. So and we kept in touch up until now. And considering we're like at this point like young adults, then yeah, that's a pretty long time. Yeah, the earliest friend I've ever had was probably in kindergarten. And I don't know how the hell that happened, and we still talk to each other to this day. I don't know if that's like the result of a good friendship or it's like we can't find anyone else. But yeah, usually if your friendship lasts like longer than 7 years, then you're most likely, I don't know where I heard this from, but you're pretty much most likely to be friends forever. Don't quote me on that. That is something I remember hearing about somewhere. I don't know if it holds true though. Yeah, everyone I grew up with had like the same interest, funnily enough. We all like really nerdy stuff, and I don't know how the hell it happened. Like all my friends, most of my friends really like playing RuneScape. All of them like playing League. All of them like playing Magic. They like playing D&D. They like playing Warhammer. We all have very similar interests, and these are all like guys I knew back in elementary school. So it's freakishly weird that it happened like that. Your hands are looking like they got radiation exposure. I don't know what radiation exposure looks like, but I'm pretty sure you grew like an extra finger at that point. That has got to suck if you have radiation exposure. I think it has. I've seen like some videos talk about it, and it is not a nice description of what it looks like. I had a best friend. It just ended. We would hang out with each other's places, but after his grandfather passed away, I wanted to give him some space. It just got harder and harder to me, so I haven't. Oh, okay. Oh, maybe I'm not too knowledgeable about that either. Having not spoken to someone in like 4 to 5 years. Yeah, a lot can change then. I think one time it has happened to me where I haven't spoken to like a friend for like 4 or 5 years, and then we did reconnect, but he turned out to be very different than I remember. That's the thing, right? So he could still be the same friend like you once knew, or he could be like a completely different person, right? So if you do want to reconnect, you probably have to treat him like as an entirely new person at that point. If he like changed heavily. Yeah, just like you, Stop Motion, I have not seen one of my good friends for 10 years, and I talk to his brother more often than him, so I usually just hear news about him. But I asked his brother what he thought about me, brother of my friend, what he thought about me still, and he still considers me his friend. So that's something. That says something. Yeah, but pretty much the only reason is he is a very busy person. Like, guy has like a family now. He lives really, really far away, and he works mad hours. You've seen a picture of him, he's so different now. Yeah, my friend looks very different too. He 10 years can change 10 or 5 years can change a person a lot. You really never know. It could be completely different, or it can be completely the same from when you last saw them. In my case, I think a lot of them turned out to be very different. But yeah, don't worry about like gradually growing apart. It's just a normal process. It reminds me of the fact a guy from nursery or kindergarten, but between 3 and 4, I think still remembers me. Yeah, I had that happen to me too. Over here, I think we don't call it a nursery. We call it like preschool. So that's like between the ages of 3 and 4, like yours. And I still have like people remember me from that too. Yeah, I don't know. People somehow think I'm very memorable. I don't know how, because at that age, I never talked to anyone. I literally still had like attachment issues at that point. Very bad attachment issues. Like, I think it was so bad at the ages of 3 and 4. Like, I literally, like, I think it lasted like for 9 months or something for attachment issues. But you're at that age when you kind of can't just like let go. Or I was just a really late bloomer at that point. Well, now in the last 2 years, I've made many new friends. One of them was a kid from preschool to 3rd in your Frale class. Oh, okay. That's nice. Yeah. You know what's really, really funny to me is like there are people in high school, right, who I never thought I would be friends with, right? Because they gave me a really bad first impression in class. And then later on, they became one of my best friends in life. So never judge a book by its cover. Never judge someone based on first impressions. That's how I usually watch streams too. Like, normally, I unfortunately don't like the person when they're streaming. I'm watching their stream for the first time, but then it's like maybe I'll just watch them for like a couple more days. And normally, 9 times out of 10, I do like their content. I don't know what it's like for you, but that's how I usually try to watch streams. Or try to gain like an understanding of like a person. Because sometimes 9 times out of 10, you're wrong about first impressions. You're in a class about 32 boys, it's just jokes and laughters. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, buddy. Just jokes and laughters about stuff. Men get along pretty well. You literally just talk about anything and then like you're good to go. Final 4 screws, I'm gonna do a stalker ending of just laying down in the grass and living a delusion or whatever the true ending was about in the stalker. Ooh, nice. But yeah, that's just what my opinion. It seems like on the internet you gotta be really opinionated on a lot of stuff, but that's just my opinion about like meeting people for like maybe the first time. Can be just a streamer you just stumble upon, or like a new person, first impression kind of deal, yada yada. And yeah. Man, I need to stop talking about life. I'm starting to think it gets really, really heavy. But then again, people do like relatable people. People think that they can relate to. I like that too. Talking about relatable stuff. It's how I like watching all my streamers. It's like, can I relate to them? And then yes, my opinion is that you should have a good day. You, sir, should have a good day. But yes, thank you. My day has been pretty good, except I woke up pretty late. So that is a-okay. I slept in a little bit today, unfortunately. But it's okay. It's literally still like the day before New Year's for me. I don't know about you guys. It's probably close to New Year's Eve. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, I need to talk about New Year's. I am gonna be streaming tomorrow, but I don't know how long because I'm going to a New Year's party that day. And I hope you guys are too. Hang out with your friends and family for New Year's, buddy. Slept in till 1 p.m. almost 2 technically. Ooh, I used to like sleeping until that time, but then I realized later in life, my entire day is usually gone by then. It's good as like a younger person that you can stay up, because then your friends also stay up pretty late too. But all my friends, they like grew up and got jobs, so they can't stay up past like midnight anymore. There's only like 1 or 2 friends that can do that, and yeah, that's about it. But yeah, I think, yeah, that's the only time I would stay up past like that time. And the other time would be because I worked graveyard shifts that one year. The only time I did that was when I had a long road trip ahead and stayed up for the whole thing. Oh yeah, buddy. For road trips, yeah. I think I had a sleepless night before a road trip, and I stayed up like pretty much 24 hours. But then my other friend, he was crazy. He had to work like the past couple of days, and he stayed up for 48 hours. I had no idea how the hell he lived. I would not be able to stay up for 48 hours straight. That is complete insanity. Please tell me no one here has stayed up for like 48 hours before. I've been up so much these past few days. I've been walking in the middle of the night. I can't sleep past 8 hours. True. I can't really sleep past 8 hours either. Most of the time I'll have like 5 really good hours of sleep, and then wake up in the middle of the night, walk around, and then like go back to bed. That's how I usually do it. It kind of sucks that no one can get a perfect 8 hours of sleep anymore. I freaking hallucinated stuffed animals were twitching. Yeah, that was like me. I think in my case though, when I stayed up that long, I started seeing shadowy figures in my peripheral view, and I was like, I hate this. I understood how it happened. It's not some like fancy ghost. It's just like your vision's going crazy. So yeah, that's usually what happens. It was like really weird at first, but then I got used to it, and I was like, oh, I'm just really sleep deprived. But yeah, that is usually how it happens when you see like shadowy figures or like ghosts or stuffed animals in your case that were twitching. Weird noises go while I stretch. And funnily enough, today I am not hunchback, so that's good. That's a good sign. All I can recall is I fell asleep to the Bloodborne video, hence why my name is Ermin, because Bloodborne Warriors Peak. I keep hearing about Bloodborne. My friends really like Bloodborne, and they want like, I think it was only on the PlayStation, right? So they want like a PC. They want it on PC, but I never really grew up with what's it called, Souls-like game. So I didn't really get into it. I think for me, because I'm like a World Eaters player, I want to get combat done pretty quick, and the thought of me trying to fight the boss repeatedly over and over again, it does not stick with me, unfortunately. But I can understand the appeal of it, of like getting over like a really tough hurdle, right? That's how my friends see it too. It's like a really tough hurdle they want to get over, and by the time you like beat the boss, it feels like you feel really good, right? Oh, it's dry. The known oil is kind of dry. Maybe I'll wait like 10 more or 5 more minutes or so. It's still, some of it's a little bit wet. Not all of it though, but that's good. I gotta decide what parts of the gun I need to paint red. I think it's just like a little bit of it. Oh, I need to. Oh, there's a lot of red on here, huh? I think I'm almost done painting to where I want these guys to be painted. So it looks really dark right now, but they're just little intercessors, or like, sorry, little guys. And I gotta fix up my camera a little. Actually, no, the camera's fine where it's at. I think because these guys are like a dark green, it's hard to see like a lot of the details, right? You typically pretty hard to see the details. Sorry, I'm just looking at stuff while I wait for paint to dry. Waiting for paint to dry is like the best thing about Warhammer, right, guys? Right? Oh yeah, I need to paint up this lieutenant too. I forgot about that. I honestly don't know what I want to do with this guy. He might be done at a later date because I don't need him right now. I have no idea. I'll paint them separately from all these guys because that's what I do. How much wash do you use? I never wait for my paint to dry. I just added a little bit, but in some parts it's still pretty wet. I just add like a little, like pretty much like a little bit at the tip of the brush, and that's kind of just it. Yeah, probably because I don't know. I'm painting like 10 models, so I added a little bit less. But the majority of them right now are pretty dry. It's just like on the gun, it's still pretty wet. That's kind of just it. Yeah, the gun's a little bit wet still, so I'll wait like 5 minutes or so. Everything else is dry, but the guns is done. A rise to my Frankenstein TV stand. Hell yeah, buddy. It is done? Oh boy. Is it like a TV stand? So it's not like a wall mount, right? A TV mount? You reminded me of my friend. They had a lot of trouble putting like a TV mount in their little like apartment. Turns out you can't really do a TV mount on the bare wall. You gotta add something onto it, like a wooden board, and then mount the TV mount to the wooden board. Otherwise, the TV is gonna fall off. You can't really, I don't know, something to do with drywall, and like the TV's gonna fall flat essentially. That's what my understanding of it was. Also, they paid my carpenter buddy to mount it on for them because he had carpenter skills. He definitely had mad carpenter skills. Yeah, time to shake this red paint. Yeah, it should be okay now. It's fine. I'm gonna go crawl in the ditch now. Don't crawl in the ditch. Don't you dare. I had to work near ditches. You ever... I had to park near like ditches for my work in summer, and it's scary. You ever... Because I was worried about driving my car into the ditch like 24/7. That's how bad it was. Yeah, it was... Some of the ditches are pretty steep, and the only times... I think my bad coworker I didn't like, he almost like drove himself into a ditch. That would have sucked. Also, I hated him too. So if he was gonna drive into his car into a ditch, I probably would have 100% expected that to happen. Because he almost scratched my car twice, and I was gonna actually like beat him up for that. Yeah, don't scratch people's cars. People will get very angry. Every house has like a moat because the house uses a ditch for irrigation water removal. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, a lot of farmers around here do that too. And a lot of the ditches smell really bad. It smells awful. Okay, let's paint the red on now. How am I gonna do this? A little bit small. Okay. And so all the skeletons have been built. Nice. Good work. I think paint drying also has to do with the temperature too, because in the summer, the paint dries so quickly. In the winter, it kind of can dry because it's cold. But usually when it's like really, really wet outside or something really moist, and it tends to dry a lot slower. This TV stand is way too small for this stand. I gotta go invest in speakers. Ooh. Yeah, get some good TV speakers. I need to add a little bit more water and a little bit more paint. Oh, it's looking very chunky right now. Oh well. It is what it is. Yeah, I hate painting the guns. Winter this year has been so bad, too warm and no snow. True, I completely agree with you. It's like it's way too warm for winter. Even where I'm at, it's too warm. I'm not too sure if that's like the winter. We talked about this last time actually. I'm not too sure if it's about the winter, the water currents, or it's just like you mentioned global warming, which I can't properly explain somehow. Because I suck at explaining things. If you notice, I had to do public speaking for like 2 or 3 years, and I still suck at it. Any more paint? Just gonna connect the Wi-Fi speakers. True. I want 1 meter snow and minus 20 degrees Celsius. Oh, buddy, I would love that. Minus 20 is cold though. Surprisingly, it has snow both where I lived and back in Poland. But in Poland, it was way worse because it's so close to Siberia. Ooh, close to like the Arctic area. Okay. Yeah, I kind of miss it when it was like snowing heavily. It doesn't snow as heavily as it used to. Which sucks. Because I want a snow day where I don't have to go to work. How am I going to do this? Sorry, I'm trying to gauge something. Maybe I'll just paint this top part red and call it there. Siberia is in Russia. Ooh, I did know about that. What was that thing I heard about in Siberia? They're trying to bring back. There's one group of people. They're trying to bring back the mammoths. It's like if you ever heard of Pleistocene Park, they're trying to bring back an environment for the mammoths. Trying to make a mountain steppe environment. You ever heard about that? They got some animals there. It's like a woolly sheep or whatever the hell it's called. Much more about this year being bad snow. Yeah, it's like there's just weather changes. It's just like yearly weather changes, which is not a bad thing. Do I paint the lenses now? I guess I'll paint the lenses too. Who essentially has now this domesticated foxes. That's cool. That is very cool. I don't know how domesticated foxes work, but they're pretty similar to dogs, but I heard they're very messy. That's the only thing I remember, is that they're very, very messy. Okay, I hate painting lenses. Oh, okay, that's pretty bad. Oh well. Shaky hands and stuff. Do you remember what does the fox say? Yeah, I do remember that. I do remember that so long ago. Okay, we'll just leave the lenses like that while I hold my breath. I wish the foxes are like forbidding out, but they look cute, but they really stink apparently. Yeah, they're really smelly. It is 12 years old. That is pretty old. Oh yeah, you did post those foxes. I did see that. There we go. We'll just keep that part of the bolter red, and that's kind of good enough. Yeah. Okay, that is a very bad looking intercessor, but it's gonna work because I don't really mind. Do I have pictures of intercessors? No, I don't. I don't have any pictures on my desktop right now, so I can't use any references of where color should be going. Same with Gangnam Style, the first big K-pop song. Oh boy, that I still remember when that was still being played. I would have in gym class, they would play that all the time. Gangnam Style, and then what was the other one? What was it? I can't remember the name of the song, but it's like "Every Day I'm Shuffling." That's one of the lyrics. That was also popular. They gotta be adorable now. They must have the winter coats. Ooh, yeah, the winter coats. They must have like the thick white winter coats now. That's cool. That's gotta be cool to look at. Oh, Party Rock Anthem. That's the name of the song. I remember. Yeah, that was also very popular. I don't know about now. Probably still is, but not to the degree it was back then. If you can't see it, don't paint it. I bet Mozart was popular and knew where you were in school. I don't know about that. I was never in band class or music class, so I can't tell, but it probably was popular. I'm being called old. People can be old. How the hell do people do this? I'm just gonna YOLO it and be like, I'm gonna paint all this red and hopefully it's right. Yeah, I thought it was that too. Yeah, Party Rock Anthem. Another old song considered now in today's standards. Old in spirit? Yeah, old in spirit. Yeah, 6-7. I'm gonna kill myself if I say that ever again. Okay, it's looking slightly better. Man, these are the roughest looking models right now. According to Spotify, I am 60 plus years old. Wow. With Nene being popular. Oh no, I'm feeling the cringe. My friends all did that in school. You also like the floss too. Those are way better lenses. There we go. Maraf said it was 35. Bro, just like German techno, it works well even in the modern age. German techno is cool. I like techno music. You know, funnily enough, I had someone from my workplace. They were from like a part of Europe, and all they listened to in the car was like techno music. There is absolutely nothing wrong with techno music. It is just good forever. As long it is just good forever, basically. Yeah, it seems like a lot of people in Europe really like their techno music. And not gonna lie, it's good. You listen to some 60s music, 70s music, and 90s music. Oh, okay. That is good to hear. I just like listening to like 90s and like 2000s like music. Mainly like punk rock and metal, and that's kind of just it. Thank you, Yuji, for the hydrate. I will hydrate. Yeah, my favorite bands would probably be just like My Chemical Romance, like in Linkin Park, Breaking Benjamin, 3 Day Grace, Fall Out Boys. Yeah, that's all I can think of at the moment. But if you understand where I'm going at, you definitely understand what kind of music I like. I have no idea what I'm doing, but it's working. Bruh, techno sick. I just said that the fastest hands of Europe died. No, I don't know who it was, but I'm sorry to hear that. I messed up. Okay, we're painting from this angle. Are we berserking? Silently, I am. I think I thought about throwing a model at least like twice already. I am suffering right now. But how are you, Yuji? Is doing good. We're not really berserking. There might be more berserking tomorrow as I figure out how to build an entire like Chaos Knight kit. But for now, it is less berserking. I'm gonna throw this model against the wall. I recommend Adolfsson Och, a Swedish classic techno stink. 2 computer engineers says one day choosing to play some music and taking Sweden by storm. Ooh, okay. I do like listening to techno, so I'll have to keep that in mind. I've never heard of that band. What did one person recommend? It was dwarf metal. It's like, I think it was like the Yogs Cast like song. It was a song about digging a hole. I don't know if you guys ever heard of that one. I think I had that on repeat for like a couple of days straight. It was pretty good. I liked it. Diggy diggy hole. Yeah, diggy diggy hole. Mostly about space. Ooh, space. I am a dwarf, am I digging a hole? Diggy diggy hole, digging a hole. Yeah, it's a hood classic. What's my least favorite genre of music though? I think my least favorite genre of music is country. I don't like country that much. Especially after listening to country songs for 5 hours in someone's car, I cannot. It was bad because he was the driver and I didn't want to listen to country music. Does that mean breakcore is safe? I don't know what breakcore is, but if it sounds like anything close to like metal or rock, it's okay. I also am very, very lazy when it comes to OBS, so I gotta think about how to like play songs without it recording it on the VOD. It should be a simple fix. It's just been like, I'm tired, and it's like New Year's, almost in Christmas time. I recommend. He does storytelling songs that are very good vibes. He reminds me of Dire Straits. Dire Straits. That sounds like a familiar band. Damn, that Stan has took a toll. It's been an hour. Yeah, it's been literally an hour of me just painting 2 colors again. Bear in mind, I'm painting like 10 models at a single time, so it's gonna take a little bit longer. Yeah, I thought. Oh yeah, I am not the fastest of painters, unless it's like maybe just one model, then maybe. But normally, I am not fast. A lot of people think that in my friend group, but no, that's not the case. You can't describe breakcore. You just have to hear it. I'll listen to breakcore after stream. I've been fine to get a poster for the wall behind it. I mean, what's so bad with red? I don't know what's bad with red. Is it because it makes people angry when they look at the color red? Waiting for nothing, brother in arms, holding a swing so far. Romeo and Juliet. I would have to listen to their song. I probably have listened to their song. I just don't recognize the name, maybe. I probably definitely have listened to their songs. There we go. Do I have to paint the lenses on this guy? Nope, he has no lenses, so we're good. It's just literally the gun that is painted pretty poorly right now. Yeah, I'm gonna add another layer. I'm just seeing it dry and it's like too dark of a red. Yeah, it's too dark. I have to add some like lighter reds to it. Honestly, these are looking better than the Dark Angels Intercessors I painted a year ago. So a win is a win. Wherever works, it works. You just realize every wall of your room has IKEA furniture. There's nothing wrong with IKEA furniture, okay? Anyone who buys IKEA furniture is okay in my books. There's absolutely nothing wrong in this like current economy because furniture is very pricey. Or you can look on Craigslist and like buy furniture. Nothing wrong with that too. I've had a couple of friends get free furniture from like from Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist, and it turns out it was perfectly fine. To be fair, I got IKEA purely because I didn't get any other furniture near me. Very true. I don't know any. Who knows furnitures like off the top of their head near their house? Because I sure as hell don't. Other than maybe IKEA. Can't even lie. I can't find furniture anywhere because they don't scratch the itch I need. True. Sometimes you just want a specific look of a furniture, and you can't find it. Makes total sense. You just want like a vibe to your furniture. Ooh, that's a good red. I don't want to ruin it quite yet. There we go. Posted 2 songs in Discord. I will have a look on Discord after stream. Oh my god, that is the perfect lens I've done. Not too much red, not too much color on it. That is perfect. Yeah, need to add more red. As soon. Okay, I need to paint 5 more on the gun. There we go. Did I make a music channel? I think I did make a music channel. Has some profanity. That's okay. We're okay with profanity. We're all adults here. If you say you're a kid, I'm gonna probably ban you. No kids allowed. Because there is trouble with that. But yeah, we're pretty much all adults here. So it's fine. There's been new channels popping up last and right. I don't even recognize half of them existed. Yeah, it's okay. I just like adding channels because maybe people might like them. The option is there. So yeah, don't worry about that part. I just like adding them just because it is a small Discord server anyway, so it's gonna be very lenient for the time being. Also, I also suck at handling Discord servers, apparently. Some minis that arrived late. Ooh, more minis. Nice. We love minis. I love minis a lot. Very expensive though. Also, I like biting the bullet for more minis because every time I finish painting the models, I have like a strong urge to paint more. And then I look and I'm like, I don't have any minis left to paint most of the time. Yeah, that's okay. We'll repaint the lenses later. We'll paint 1 layer of red and then go back and paint another layer of red, and then we're good. Ah. Oh my god. You're right, Ermin. It's getting really hot now. It's getting extremely hot for me. Creator Great Chainsaw Man, more like creator of Goodbye Airy. Man, I am. How big is my pile of shame? Let me see. Let me just think about it. Like 20 World Eaters Jackals, a Gravis Knight, 5 Darkhoth Riders, a Darkhoth Chieftain, and that's about it. So let me see, 25, 6, 20, 27 models right now out of like 300 plus I painted. So I don't think that's pretty bad. Do primed and glued minis count towards the pile of shame? I would say no. You got started on that. I'm gonna say no. At least you got to start on them. I have some people who just like don't prime their minis. I count all non-fully painted minis as a pile of shame. Yeah, everyone's different. If they're primed, then it's fine. If they have at least 3 colors on them, then you're good. This one has more than... Wow, it just barely has more than 3 colors on it. And that gets considered, then my pile of shame is immeasurable at this point. Oh no. Oh no. That's okay. Everyone's different, man. I need to get the point on this brush. Yeah, it's so dark. Painting green on a green background does not help. I have over 250 minis in my pile of shame. That is a lot of minis in your pile of shame. I don't think, for myself personally, it ever reached that much. If it ever got to that point, I would just like die and be like, I'm gonna crawl in the corner and not think about it. I'll attempt to make an effort tomorrow. Just need to not hibernate like a bear tomorrow. Yep, I'm gonna take a little break from painting. I am going to build a Chaos Knight tomorrow, and then hopefully we can. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I'm gonna try to build it and see if I can. I don't have anything in my hands right now, do I? No, I don't. But I do want to get my Dark Angel. Oh, I forgot my Dark Angels tanks too. So that's about 29 models I need to paint currently. 29. But majority of them are like bigger centerpiece models. Chaos Knight, you say? Yeah, Chaos Knight. I did tell you guys I bought one like a couple weeks ago, but haven't gotten around to building it. I've never painted a Chaos Knight also too, so that's gonna be something interesting to see. Something very interesting. I don't know when I'm gonna paint it. I might procrastinate a lot. I might procrastinate a little bit. Depends. Really depends. I think I made up my mind with what kind of Chaos Knight I want to build. I want to build an Abominant probably, so I can put it in. I can use it for fun casually in my Thousand Suns list. I'm so done with the Soulbite Grave Horse. Isn't gonna work on my Prussian Warband, then my Necrons, then Imperial Guard, and lastly, that's like 150 models. You are grinding a lot on your minis. That's a good goal right there. Just go at it slowly. Don't get burnt out. I've been burnt out of painting some models sometimes, so I take like a week-long break sometimes. But you just gotta pace yourselves, basically. You're gonna dip and crawl in the ditch now. I need to fix my comic collection frame and hang up and beg. Does not fall up your TV. Ooh, comic collection. I have some actually I only have 2, unfortunately. But my friend has like a big comic collection. He has like a Booster Gold like comic book. I don't know what edition it was, but it's like a really old one that he really likes. He really likes Booster Gold. I like the Green Lanterns like comic books, but I don't like the Green Lanterns themselves. I'm more, funnily enough, I like the Red Lanterns more. They're better. But yeah, I don't know what kind of comics you have. I like DC. Some people like Marvel. Some people like Image Comics. You know, with like what's his face? What's the Image Comics? Invincible, or like Spawn. I got Bloodborne comics. You're a Bloodborne fan. Oh yeah, Bloodborne. I didn't know Bloodborne had comics. X-Men comics on top. Ooh, X-Men. Sorry, that's like the 90s cartoon. That's like the, yeah, I mean, people like X-Men. To me, my X-Men. That's what Dr. Xavier does. Professor X. Along with Dark Souls and a single vintage Star Wars comics and Gunsmith cats, but that's the last thing that was expensive as hell. I don't know what Gunsmith cats are. That sounds... I've never heard of that. Oh, you know what happened a couple years ago? I'm fairly certain Cyclops is actually... Yeah, I'm fairly certain too. Okay, this was before Invincible got like an animated series. My friend, he went to a convention and he saw a first edition copy of Invincible, right? Like the first comic book in the series. And the guy was selling it for $100. And my friend said no. He decided not to buy it basically. And then a year later, the anime series came out on Amazon, and now he regrets not buying that comic because it is worth a lot more than $100 now. Officially see that ditch is looking good. Good to pass that on. Yeah, see you later, Ermin. See you later. Have a good one. Don't pass out too much in the ditch. I always forget that you guys are like in most parts of Europe, so I understand it's like probably nighttime at this point. There we go. Red. More red. I posted my 2 Crunch Crusade minis I've been working on. Oh yeah, you should. I think I've seen those. I'm not too sure. I probably have. Next Stream with the Chaos might just be on New Year's. Oh yeah, that's true. I forgot about that. I am going to a New Year's party later in the evening, so I'm not too sure how far along we'll get with the Chaos Night. Probably a couple hours at least, because it's later in the evening. So yeah, bye Stop Motion. See you later. Have a good one. And if I don't see you again, probably Happy New Year's too. There we go. Yeah, I'm also sorry about like the Discord too. I like to lurk a lot, like a lot, even in my own Discord servers. If it's early in the most streams, then maybe not on New Year's. Lol. Yeah, it's true. That is okay. Come on, get the lens. I need to paint the red lenses on. There we go. A little bit of red there and a bit of red here. It's okay if it's messy. It's literally just battle line. I just realized I was hunched a little bit. Not as much as yesterday, but a little bit. I need to get a cushion for my chair. Shouldn't have revealed that lurking. If I'm gonna call you out or baiting you out. Oh boy. It's just my nature of like how I like to go on the internet is basically just lurk all the time. I'm trying to not lurk as much as I did because talking to people has been pretty good so far. I think the only reason I did because I couldn't think of myself talking to random people on the internet a lot, because all my experiences of talking to people on the internet involve playing video games, and people get really heated. It's like, I don't know why. I understand some people don't think it's just a video game, but other people do, and then everyone has different expectations of how they can play, right? I am the same. I can't even lie. The only time I don't lurk if I have something to say on the topic. Okay, that's good as well. Yeah, there are a lot of topics I want to do, but sometimes arguing with people is not worth it on the internet. You gotta learn to let go and not be like super what's the word? Super defensive or whatnot. Super into it, where because like you're throwing insults at the other person. Actually, yeah, don't be that person. All right, that is probably all the red. I'm gonna go back and paint it up again. I just need to take a little bit of a break to stretch a little bit. Yeah. Oh, it's looking pretty good actually. I just need to add another layer of red. I was gonna close it before it dries up. I had paint dry up on me, and it was a full. Sometimes it would be full pots of paint, and they would dry up, and be like, I'll be really sad because I have to buy another one because water does not work. Water usually does not work. You can see me stretch my neck a little bit. Yeah, literally nothing wrong with lurking. Like, I do it a lot of the times in streams. So yeah, it's not a big deal. People just like to watch quietly without saying anything. That's like the engagement they like to do. You haven't heard rage in at least 10 years of gaming? No arguments or anything? That's very nice. It's probably because of the games I like to play. I like to play a lot of competitive games. So for instance, basically just like League of Legends and then maybe Marvel Rivals and Overwatch, but I can't really play those kind of games anymore unless I'm playing with friends. Right? The only thing that's involved is rage bait. Oh man. Rage baiting. Oh boy. Yeah, if you can make your enemy mad, then they're gonna play really, really poorly. Make your teammates mad. That's just funny at that point. They take the bait. Okay, let's continue painting the bolter. Wow, this is as good as I wanted to get, basically. Excuse me, I just had to mute a little bit to burp. Burping commence. But yeah, a lot of things has changed over the course of the game. There's a lot of live service games right now. There's not a lot of single player games anymore, which I'm very sad about because all I want to do is like do couch co-op games with my friends, and there's none of them left anymore. It's like so I'm trying to think of how to phrase this. Basically, the only kind of times you get to couch co-op nowadays is being online on Steam and it's playing from your own separate computers. I like sitting with my friends on a couch playing the game, and they don't have those anymore. Only time I respond to angry team if there's attacking another team is, for example, like these healers suck or something. Buddy, how the hell do the healers suck? Okay, understandably, your healer only dies because you aren't protecting them. Like, you have to understand that if your healer sucks, that means you're not doing a good job of making sure they're alive. That has happened to me a lot. If your healer dies, your entire team pretty much falls apart, including the tanks. I understand that from an MMO perspective too, right? Treat your healers good, because they can let you die too. They will let you die. They have your life in your hands. Your life is in the healer's hands, and if you can't treat them well, then oh well, you're not getting heals. Yeah, you gotta understand that like team games are not only about you. Like, you want to be the carry, like you can. If you suck at it, then like I have no idea. But the one thing I remember is basically in League is like you have to learn how to be carried. That's the thing. Learn how to be carried. And learn how to support the person too. As someone who has 3 lords and my most played heroes in 1 year more row, when I die, it is honestly because no one watches flying so characters to defend us. Everyone really wants to play the carry, right? And they don't care about like your backline. That's like the sad part. People will just play like, who's the most popular damage dealer? Spider-Man, and they will flank you for like God knows how long. And it's up to you, like your other players on your team to protect your healers, because if you don't protect your healers, your whole team pretty much falls apart. Your healer dies, who heals the tanks, right? Your tank dies, your damage healer dies. Whenever tank, I'll make sure to go after healers while keeping an eye on mine. Yeah, no one does that. No one actually does that. It's like the really sad part. I was playing, unfortunately, I like to play Ultron when I play Marvel Rivals, and no one bothered to help me. I think I died 15 times in that match because no one helped me. It was probably on some part of that game, my part that I was dying too much, but I don't want to say it as like I blame my teammates, but probably along the road I was spending too much time away from teammates, which I was not. I was staying close to my teammates for the majority of the game, and then I end up dying. So yeah, a portion of that fault was mine. And yeah, you can't really blame your own teammates for your own silly mistakes too. If you start blaming other people within the game, you're pretty much never gonna grow. as like a gamer. Even if people are able to carry one singular person, can't play objective, hold the enemy back, and all other important stuffs on their own. Very true, very true. That holds a lot of truth in that sentence you just said. Yeah, I normally when I play like team games nowadays, like League or Marvel Rivals, I typically just only play with friends. I stopped caring about rank a long time ago because it didn't make me happy, and that's kind of what it stems from. It did not make me happy. The only time I wanted to play rank was to get the skins, the rewards, the end of season rewards from the game. But even now, I have all the ones I pretty much just want. There we go. Okay. There we go. More red, more red. I always remind people it's a team game. Even if you're Spider-Man, everyone has their own role and objective in the match that should complement the rest of the team. If it working, switch. Yeah, that is very true. I think I was just really stubborn that one match. Normally, I do switch, but I think because I really wanted to play Ultron, I wanted to make it work. I was being really stubborn, and probably that's why I was healing super well too. That was the thing. But people did want me to switch. Maybe, yeah, a portion of me was probably wrong. Is that I should have probably switched, but the game was probably we probably could have come back as well. But yeah, team games are meant to be. It's not all about one person, unless they're the one carrying. If you have that one person on your team carrying, you gotta support them so they can carry harder. Yeah, one thing I learned about playing team games is like learn how to get carried. If you can't learn how to get carried, then yeah, you suck then. Yeah, I like team games with friends. They're fun. Unless your friends are really toxic, then it can get pretty bad. I think my friend has gotten like some of my friends have gotten like chat banned a couple times. That was a nice rant off my channel. Not gonna get into teams. I go all DPS in one tank, just for me to be a single healer and complain that no heals on that switch. Ooh, yep, that'll get ya. Yeah, it's nice to talk about different things too. Not just about Warhammer. It seems like the trend when I'm talking to people is that I literally just talk about whatever, and somehow it can go into different topics, which is very strange. I guess that's the point of just talking to random people over the internet, and somehow you find something that clicks, and then you stay for a little chat. Oh, I messed up again. Great. Oh, okay. It's not that visible, but it's fine. Okay, we good. Oh my god, I think I'm almost done painting all the red bits in. That took about an hour, really? Wow, I am so slow. But then again, I am painting like 10 models at once. So there is some insanity to be said. You don't mind your friends being toxic because I get the rage bait and make them really mad with common sense. Man, you must have good friends too if you can do that. I have a lot of friends that rage bait too, and it's just friendly banter at that point. But normally when you're talking to like random strangers, it can be funny, but they sometimes you're not familiar with them, and they take great offense to that. And some people just really need to chill out. Right? People just need to chill out and try not to take a game too seriously. Unless they're probably like climbing up to like diamond ranked or climbing up ranked in a competitive game, then probably take it more seriously if they're playing for like 10 hours through the day, which is kind of unhealthy unless you're playing for money, like a competitive team or something like that. Some people need to be reminded there's a whole planet outside the screen. Yes, they are terminally ill. What's the phrase? Terminally online. Yeah, they're terminally online, and they don't understand the consequences of like saying things to people. Like, imagine like they can say it over the computer, right, over the screen, but they can't really say it in the person's face because there are consequences to that. If you say the stuff you say online to someone in real life, they're gonna punch you. 100%, they're gonna punch you. I'm chronically online. No self-glaze intended. Me too. I grew up a lot with the internet. Just that the part of the internet I didn't grow up with was social media. So that is outside my life, which is probably a good thing. All I do, like, I think we had this talk yesterday. All I do is just like lurk and just watch and just scroll, and that's it. I don't actively engage, which is probably like the better part. So yeah, there is also that. Oh, maybe I should paint the wax thing too. I don't know what to call it. It's like the little scroll. Maybe I should just paint that red too. I'll paint it red. Where is it? There's my paintbrush. Okay, where is it? Not on this one. Is it on this one? Most likely. Most likely not. Look but don't touch. Yes, look but don't touch. Oh, is this something nice that makes someone's day happy? Yeah. Yeah, very true. Make someone happy. If it's like you share like a meme about something, then yes. Sorry, the model is not under the camera. Yeah, if I had a better setup, I would like 100% put the model under the camera, because this desk is really, really small, but it works. The camera works too. I love this camera. It is like probably the best investment I ever made, even though it's really expensive. Quick battle line. We love to see it. And then I just need to base it, and it will all be done. I'll probably base it outside upstream though, because every time I try to base it, it takes a whole day to dry. Are those Dark Angels? Yeah, they're really poorly painted Dark Angels because they're only infiltrators. Hello, Endlifter. How are you? Are you lifting right now at the gym? I often make sure that I interact and comment something nice on artists or cosplayer who fly under the radar of others. Ooh, that's very nice. I'm trying to do that. I'm trying my best to not just lurk and like stay silent. I like to say positive things about people, but most of the time I like to say it to their face. But I will occasionally comment too. But yeah, Lifter, I am painting Dark Angels right now. I recently, I think last year, I bought a Dark Angels army, and a year later, I played my first game of them, and they're really chunky. They are so chunky in like tabletop. I love it. I had 5 Deathwing Terminators tank like 2 5-man Space Wolf Terminators, and they only 2 died. So that was fun. But yeah, these are poorly painted because I think I spent like 3 days painting them. Like total time 4 hours a day, so like 12 hours probably. So it's not the greatest, but it works. My other stuff I painted is probably a little bit better. That's cool. I paint Blood Angels myself. I love Blood Angels too. I also have an army of Blood Angels as well. They were the first army I bought and played with, and I really liked their playstyle of just running in with jump packs, right? And you just slaughter them. The only thing, okay, actually everything looks good on the Blood Angels, I'm not gonna lie. The only con about playing Blood Angels is that they're really squishy, and the other thing is that people understand what your intent is during the game. It's to run in and get into melee combat as quick as possible. I think in my, I don't know if you guys use Instagram, but on my Instagram there is a couple of painted blood angels on my Instagram, and there are a couple shorts that I did on my YouTube if you want to look at those. Although the camera quality is not the best, but it's there. I have all the new sculpts of the new blood angels, including the new sanguinary guard. Unfortunately, they honestly to me they don't look too bad, but I really wish they had the wings. The wings are what made them the sanguinary guard. Without them, they kind of look very generic. So yeah, that is my opinion of that. Sometimes I want to get in the list, but I haven't found a chapter I like painting enough. Not to mention there's no mint colors for my homebrew. That is very true. I like what's his face? Yeah, I think there's only 2 loyalist chapters I like, which is pretty much right currently. Dark Angels and Blood Angels. Everything else I kind of don't like on the loyalist side. Well, it's still red. Oopsies. I should have cleaned this a little bit more. Not to mention they took away our Librarian Dreadnought. Yeah, I missed the Librarian Dreadnought and the death map and the axes, and they took out the banner too. They took out everything. Sorry, I'm having a little rant here, Yuchi, but they took away wings, the axes, the death masks, and the Librarian Dreadnought that could fly. That was the funniest thing. You ever had a Dreadnought fly up at you at like max speed? It's funny. Dreadnought at max speed just flying at you. They did our golden boys dirty. They did. The only thing we got in return are like sculpted ab armor, which is, to be fair, a win. Sculpted ab armor is good. Actually, happened to me yesterday. Went out for a smoke and almost got crushed. Ooh, I'm sorry to hear that. It's not nice to get crushed. What was the closest encounter I got to a near-death experience? There's maybe quite a bit, but I can't really talk about them because they're really personal. I guess I don't know if this counts as a near-death encounter, but I had like 2 bears walk up to me, and they both sniffed me. That's about it, but they walked away after that. What's worse, of Dreadnought flying at you or a Death Company Dread charging at you? I would fear the flying Dreadnought more, honestly. The flying Dreadnought sounds so much scarier than just like a Brutalis Dreadnought, Death Company Dreadnought going towards you. Oh, is this guy scarred up? Yeah, he is. Ah, there we go. Good enough. Oh, thank you, Lifter. I appreciate the follow. Welcome. I hope you like Nightmare from Soul Calibur because he's a cool character. For Yuji, Robot Gorilla Man is pretty cool Primarch. I just don't know about the Blu-rays too much. I love them. I love the Heretics. I do like Gilman, but he's kind of basic in my opinion. He's like, I like basic stuff, but he's like super basic, if you know what I mean. Unless you like the Roman aesthetics, I'd say like no. I don't like him that much. But yeah, that's my thinking. I'm not a big fan of G-Man. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of G-Man too. He is, but he has his good parts. He's a good, what's his thing? He's good at infrastructure and good at leading like an entire like armies and whatnot. He is good as like, I don't know what the word is, but I guess his closest thing is like a leader. I love the Roman and Greeks and all that, so girly man is fun. Yeah, I don't really like for me, I don't like the Roman aesthetic in Greeks. I like the appeal of the Dark Angels because they are basically Arthurian knights from the Knights of the Round Table. And the Blood Angels because rip and tear of it, essentially. And blood. They're basically space vampires, which I didn't know about until a couple months after I bought into the army. So yeah, there's also that. And it's my Abaddon Black. He's the best leader that Imperium has as of now. Yeah, that's true. You know, I have a short story about someone's Gilliman. I was playing in my Crusade campaign, so it's basically Ultramarines and versus my World Eaters. The other guy had Gilliman, right? It was a 2,000 point game. So which is a 2,000. Oh, sorry, I need to start from the beginning because some people might not play the tabletop. So 2,000 point game is essentially like the standard point limit for a game. So basically see everything. Every big model you can see within a range of an army. So yeah, playing a 2,000 point game. He had Gilliman, I had Angron. They did get into glorious combat. I charged my Angron into Gilliman, and I dealt 36 wounds in one go, and half of them were devastating wounds, which is mortal wounds. And then yeah, so Gilliman dies during that one encounter. He stood back up. Because Gilliman has a 3-up. He stands back up on the 3-up on the dice roll. So he stood back up with half wounds. Next turn, he slapped my Angron into oblivion. So I thought that was really funny. But unfortunately, Angron did not stand back up because the game ended by that time and I lost. It was basically 4-5 for the scoring. So it kind of sucked for me. How many hit points do Primarchs have? Demon Primarchs typically have 16 wounds because they're bigger. And Loyalist Primarchs on the tabletop have 10. Blueberry plot armor is crazy. Yeah, is crazy. It is definitely crazy. But yeah, Demon Primarchs have 16, Loyalists 10. Because Loyalists are not as powerful. Actually, they are powerful, but not to the extent of like a chaos, like a Demon Primarch. Yes, Blueberry plot armor is real. Just look at Titus. Titus is essentially captain of the second company now. Yeah, I liked Space Marines too much. I realized something. I was watching a video. It basically told me about like why people like Space Marines most of the time. And it's like it basically is like you grew up with a lot of Halo and Call of Duty and Gears of War, and that's why you like Space Marines. I was like, why the hell did he hit all the points? That's all correct. Is that why I like Space Marines so much? It's because I played a lot of Halo, Gears of War, and Call of Duty back in the day. That's probably why I like Space Marines like way too much. Right? Titus is awesome sauce. Titus is awesome sauce. And Lifter, let's see. One of the reasons that makes me okay with G-Man is that he saved my beloved Blood Angels on Ball. Yes. Devastation at Ball. I love Space Marines because it's awesome space racism. Yes, I wouldn't call it racism. I would call it very xenophobic. Minus the Salamanders. The Salamanders are... Actually, no, they're also xenophobic. I forgot. Yeah, they're xenophobic. Yeah, that's true. But yeah, I'm starting to like the Dark Angels because I was playing with the Lion against my friend Space Wolves, right? And I walked the Lion up mid board, and I rolled boxcars on the charge. So boxcars are like, you roll 2 dice. I got 2 6s, so max charge, 12 inches across the board. Charged into his lieutenant and slapped it, and it died. That was so funny. And he was going to charge some Wolfguard head takers into the line, and I told him, I was like, you know the line has fight first, right? He just like backed off immediately. And yeah, he tried to shoot off the line with like a bunch of las cannons. Did not work. And eventually I got my line into his Wolfen, so Space Wolf Wolfen, and just killed all of them, all 10 of them. That was really fun. Man, I'm getting so preoccupied about talking about stuff. Tell that man about Black Templars. Ooh, the Black Templars. Black Templars are cool. I like them. They're kind of the same deal as like Dark Angels, but I think they're way more melee focused. I don't know. I don't play the Black Templars, so I don't really know. Telling the humans worship the big emperor. Are they the only faction not xenophobic? Probably. Everything else is xenophobic. I like the Black Templars, but I don't like the way. I don't think I can vibe with their lore and be like this currently just hating on everyone. But I do like how they're represented in some videos. Namely, who's the ones that do like the Space King videos? Or like yeah, Space King. Yeah, it is Space King. The only chapter that exceeds 1,000 Marines per chapter. Is that true? Aren't the Space Wolves also another chapter that don't follow the Codex Astartes? I think they like don't follow it because it's dumb. Or the fact they can't read. One of those two. Flash gets they made Space King. Space King is so funny. I love Space King. Space King is super, super funny. I love it. I think I watched all the episodes like multiple times already. Have you seen the Christmas episode? Yes, I have seen the Christmas episode with the Rudolph. Yes, I have seen it. That one was not my favorite. I think my favorite one would have to be like the one with the AI, the third episode. That one's where they try to go for green lasers. Yeah, that's funny. Green lasers is like too good. So I'm trying to eyeball how to paint flesh because everyone knows that in the Warhammer community, everyone hates painting flesh. And so do I, but the heads came like this. Where Rudolph goes full rage on the Misfits. Yeah, on the Heretics. I love that. It's like, you know what? Glory for the Space King. That's basically what he says. Okay, I think that's good. Oh, they look okay now. That's good. They look pretty okay. I just gotta paint up the rocks now. I'm too scared to try and use it. Yeah, I'm always scared to paint flash. Here, if you're... I think this is what... I don't think this is how good I paint them. It's not too good, but that's kind of... I'll put it closer. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see. But basically, I use like Gilliman flash and then some Cadian flash, and it looks okay. I'm not too experienced with it though, but it looks bearable is what I can say. Just add like a layer paint, like a lighter layer paint, and just put paint over the raised areas, and it looks half decent most of the time. I gotta be careful with some of these minis. They have magnets underneath. I'm kind of afraid of putting them up close to the camera now. So there's also that. Where's my wash? I know you're here somewhere. I suck at painting heads, but if you ever want to make a head for a death company, I highly suggest giving them Tears of Blood. Ooh, really? Is that... I guess that's like a third-party like seller, Tears of Blood. Oh, Tears of Blood. Okay, I might do that. I already painted up some death companies, so I can't really paint them. I tried freehanding the X's, but apparently I suck at doing those too. And yeah, I suck at doing freehand a lot. Where's... I know one of them standing on the rock. I don't remember which one of them was standing on the rock. Oh, it's this one right here. I forgot. I need to wash this brush a little bit more. Wash. Ah, there we go. Yeah, it's always nice to talk to people about Warhammer. Every time I try... Okay, every single time someone new comes into the stream, they always ask about, it's like, what army you're painting? And in return, I'd be like, hey, what armies do you guys play? I try freehanding a Lamentor Terminator. You're braver than most. You're braver than most lifter. I could not do a Lamentor Terminator. I would drive myself insane if I had to do one of the shoulder pads for a Lamentor. You are John Warhammer. You're definitely John Warhammer. I think that's good. That's good enough for everything. It's kind of dark for Dark Angels, but yeah, this is green. I will add decals later. I have some microsol. Hey guys, new here. What armies and such do people play in 40k? That is. Hello, Green Force. All right. Good question. I currently right now I'm painting Dark Angels. I don't know if you want to take a look. They're kind of okay. I painted these up in maybe like 3 days. I want to say. Oh, it's kind of upside down. Hold on. Ah, there we go. Oh yes, it's too dark. It's way too dark. Hold on. I play typically. This is not my main army though. I typically like to play. Thousand Suns. I'm mainly a heretic player. Thousand Suns are probably one of my main armies, plus the Blood Angels. World Eaters I played in my Crusade campaign. Dark Angels, and I do have Tyranids, but I've fallen out of favor with them. I don't love them as much as I used to. But yeah, let me know what kind of armies you play. I'm gonna assume right now you like to play orcs because your name has green in it. I'm sorry, I am assuming a lot. Main armies are Loyalists, Chaos, and Xenos. Haha, very, very funny, Lifter. Very, very funny. I do have this lieutenant here, but I'm gonna paint him at a later date because I don't know what I'm gonna do with them. Also, I don't like using a Phobos lieutenant. It does not fit in my army, but it came with the box that it came in, which is the Vanguard Patrol box. So he's not done yet. He's gonna be done at a later date. I just don't know when. But as it stands now, we are done painting these infiltrators to a good solid standard. I'm not the best painter, but it's okay. They're mine, and normally when you're looking at them from this far away, you're not gonna see a lot of detail on them, so it's fine. Yeah, sorry, that was a bad joke. Just overheard him talking about what new viewers asked and saw my chance. Oh, no worries, no worries. You can. I'm sorry for calling you out. I'm very sorry. You guys, if you like to lurk, you can lurk. It's totally cool with me. I like to lurk a lot too. But yeah, it's always interesting to hear what people play. I recently played in the Crusade campaign over the last like 3 or 4 months, and I got to play against a lot of new armies, mainly AdMech and Ultramarines. Honestly, that was pretty much just it. Everyone else I played was a familiar army to me. Though I played 6 matches. Out of all those 6 matches, I think only half of them involved new armies I played against, and I so far hate playing against Necrons. It's like, unfortunately, because I played against Necrons way too much, I now know 3 people that play Necrons. So yeah, 3 of my friends play Necrons, and it's gonna be that way for a very, very long time, playing against Necrons 24/7. But yeah, one of my friends had multiple armies, so it's totally cool. Yeah, Orcs was my second choice, but I ended up with Guard. Ooh, the Guard, the Cadian Guard. What kind of Imperial Guard do you like? Do you like except for the fact they kept resurrecting? Yes. 400 points up to nearly 2 years. Sure, like actually to try this game soon. Don't worry about that. It's totally cool, right? Everyone starts somewhere. My first start was pretty bad because I spent way too much money in my first year getting into Warhammer. I think my first year I had like 3 armies in my first year, and they were all at the 2,000 point limit. And you can imagine how much money that is too. And I was still going to school at the time, so I had to pay for my tuition fee. So you can imagine how much money I dropped within the first year of Warhammer. Yeah, Necrons are cool, except for the fact they keep resurrecting. You just brought up a core memory of my Crusade campaign, where I tried to kill 20 Necron warriors. I did end up killing 20 Necron warriors and more, but he also resurrected all 20 of them back in the next turn. It was the same unit. I only bought a little when starting out. Yeah, I also bought a little, quote unquote, when starting. It was 3 armies at the 2,000 point limit. Oh my god, that was something. Or you find someone who plays 40k, you can ask them to play a 500 point game so you can get them in the gist of playing it. That is true. Very, very true. It was somewhat skewed. I got my friend into 40k. Unfortunately, he does not have a lot of money to spend on the game. But I bought a starter set for Necrons and Space Marines, and I only wanted the Space Marines half, right? Because it was way cheaper than buying them separately. And I gave him the Necron half. That was basically 500 points worth. And he really, really likes the game. And you know what's really funny? Out of all, I bought all his Necron models. I bought all of them because I wanted someone to play with. And he's like one of my best friends too, so I don't care about it. I honestly don't care. So yeah, he essentially has a 500 point Necron army because of me, and it's not a big deal because I really enjoy playing with him. He's really funny. He really likes to tachyon arrows. Even in Deadly Serve, I'm slow at painting. Everyone's slow at painting. I used to be so slow at painting in the first year playing, like getting to the hobby. Like, it took me a month to paint Rubik Marines, to paint a 10-man Rubik Marine. It sucked. It absolutely sucked. But yeah, if you can see at the side, there are some minis that I don't ever plan on painting. I just got these ones for free, right? From the Warhammer store. So I don't know what it is. I think it's like a Chaos store from the new Hell's Myth of Chaos. Yeah, this one's really tiny actually. But that will never be painted up. I also got the Skaven. If you understand what Skaven are. These are so cool, but they're tiny as hell. They're so tiny. But you guys are cool. Oh, Warhammer people are so cool. No, it fell off the base. I gotta glue the base. It fell off the base. One of them fell off the base. Oh, that sucks. That really, really sucks. Yeah, I will base these, like I said, outside of stream. Because every time I try to base them with like the Vallejo texture paint, it takes like a whole day for it to dry, and it sucks. So I will post pictures maybe within the next week or so with my fancy camera that somehow I suck at taking pictures with. Yes, Skaven are good, great, full horned rat guaranteed, promise. Yes, Skaven are cool. I do delve into Age of Sigmar too, but I only have 2 armies for that. Only 2 armies, right? I have Osiarch Bone Reapers and Slave to Darkness. And funnily enough, I bit the bullet and I have a Bellacore coming along the way. So I'm going to be trying to build that when it comes in after I paint up everything. Because pile of shame, yada, yada, yada. So yeah, he's going to be for my Age of Sigmar army. I'm going to go to the Just Chatting room so you guys don't have to look at this all the time. Give me 1 second. I have an idea for a kit bash if you're interested. Ooh, what's the kit bash? Let's hear it. I don't normally kit bash, but it's pretty fun. My orc buddy likes to kit bash a lot. I think the only time I like the kit bash is like pretty much with like exalted sorcerers from the Thousand Suns into aspiring sorcerers. But let's hear this idea. Interested? Let's hear it. Let's hear it right now. I can talk for a little bit before I have to go. I need to get a neck rest at this point, or get a proper sitting position. Oh, there we go. I'll just move the mic a little bit further back so I don't have to lean in as much. Yeah, these are nice looking intercessors. No, not intercessors, infiltrators. Although I'm gonna be only using 5 of them for my games because I flopped with them against my friend's Space Wolves because I didn't put them in the middle of the board. I put them in the left side so they didn't deny anyone deep striking. Yeah, that was a fun game. Having Lion and Terminators like flood the board. I had to Vigor Spine, I think, and I was thinking about putting some of my unused Death Riders on it. What's a Vigor Spine? I'm gonna look at that. Let's look at it. Let's see. Search. Okay, let's see. Is that a spider? Let's see. Bigger spine model. Oh wait. Oh, I see it. I see it now. It's not a spider. I see it. That is a. It's like a tank with like spider legs. That is so cool. Yeah. I see it now. That is a cool model. You're gonna kit bash it too. I've never heard of this. That's a. I guess it's like a tabletop war sim I've never heard of before. That is super cool. But I think some people with arachnophobia would be very scared. They would be definitely scared of that. But it is so cool. Oh, I can see myself. I can see myself in the Twitch thingy. That's cool. Wow, I'm just looking at the minis and models, and a lot of people are building Gundam. Dang, I guess Warhammer is not. I guess a lot of people like to higher tech World War II. Ooh, that's cool. So it's like an alternate, like alternate timeline of World War II. I think that's something to do with Trench Crusade too. I think Trench Crusade is like an alternate history too, but I think it goes up to like it goes up to World War I, and Trench Crusade is apparently really good. I just want to be able to play it. It's just none of my friends want to play it as well. It's tough. It's very tough to find people. But yeah, it's very interesting. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I'm also interested in hearing about other tabletop war games too. I only know like a handful. It's just like all the very niche ones are kind of hard to hear about. Yeah, if you want to have 3 other models, you can send pictures on Insta. I have a Discord server as well, but Instagram kind of works too. I don't use Instagram a lot, but if you want to send an Instagram link, you probably could. I don't think you can send links in Twitch unless you're giving permission. But it might be better to do it in a Discord server. I'm not too sure. You can do whatever the hell you want. Do whatever the hell you want. Let me see. I might call it pretty soon. I just gotta look for someone to raid. There's no one. There's no other VTubers doing. There's no other VTubers doing Warhammer. It's just all Gundam. Everyone's just doing Gundam. Let's see. Ooh, what's this? I'm taking a look. I'm browsing people at this point. Okay, let's see. How about you? Oh. Ooh, Gunpla. Oh, I've seen this person before. They were very nice. Okay, I am going to call. I'll raid into this person. I'll go to the end stream, but thank you very much. I do appreciate all the friendly people joining in and talking about what Warhammer armies you like to play, and then talking about it nonstop. It never gets old. It's very nice. But I am going for tomorrow. If you're interested, I'm gonna be building a Chaos Knight, and I don't know how that's gonna go, but it probably won't be done in one day because I gotta go to a New Year's party in the evening. So probably build it halfway, and then Thursday I got something planned, and then Friday we're probably gonna be playing God of War again. But I'm gonna go to end stream button and raid into this one person. It looks like they're building Gundam. Let's see. Yeah, they're building Gundam right now. So yeah, goodbye everyone. Thank you for joining. Goodbye.